What's up YouTube, Team Deception09 here with a deck profile for you guys. I had at least one or two people actually asking for the deck that I used in the duel video that I uploaded as of yesterday. So I figured I would actually bring it to you guys and, you know, we'll just kind of do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a duel video or not on the heraldic thing. If you guys really want me to do that, make sure to give this video or the deck profile for that deck or the duel video before this video's, you know, been uploaded. Give them all likes or whatever, you know, show that you kind of want that to go up, because I can do it if you guys really want me to. But yeah, we're talking about Hazy Flames, so enough of, you know, heraldics and all that other shit. So Hazy Flames, this is a deck that I've really been, like, I really love the archetype for the whole Hazy Flame thing, and like, I was looking for something recently to try and bring this deck into a newer format. So, you know, with the new changes and all the other crap that they're doing with, you know, different ban lists, so on and so forth. So I decided, you know, why not look into Hazy Flames, see if there isn't anything interesting that I can do with them. And so I kind of came up with this, and it actually plays rather well. I did kind of try a few things here and there, and like there are obviously some OCG only things here, so I mean you kind of have to deal with that or change it around if you're planning on playing it in actual TCG play. But yeah, so let's just go over the build, and then like I'll explain some card choices, just like, you know, every other deck profile basically does. So first up with the monsters, we have 3 Destiny Hero Dasher. It's a level 6. When it's in the graveyard, if you draw a monster during your draw phase, you can special summon it. It's really good for that, considering you don't really have anything that acts as, you know, constant tribute fodder, which we'll get to later. We have 3 Lava Lance Lords. We have 3 Hazy Flame Hippogriff, 3 Hazy Flame Cerberus, one of the best cards in this deck. 3 Hazy Beast, or Hazy Flame Sphinx, 3 Hazy Flame Puritan, 3 Destiny Hero Malicious, 2 Rise Bell, the Star Adjuster, 3 Krebons. Spells, we have 3 Destiny Draws, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Rekindlings, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, 3 Emergency Teleports, and 3 Hazy Pillars. Extra deck, we have 1 Red Dragon Archfiend, 1 Jeweled Red Dragon Archfiend, 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend, and 1 Stardust for Synchros. For Exceeds, we have 2 Gaia Dragons, 1 Force Focus, 1 Ptolemy M7, because unfortunately we can only play 1 now, 1 Photon Strike Bouncer, 1 Hazy Flame Basilitrice. This is an OCG card as well as the Jeweled Red Dragon. It's called number 72 Line Monster Chariot Hisha. Really good card. Once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card to target 1 set spell or trap card and 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy both of those targets. There's a ruling about this as well, which we'll get to after we're done going over the rest of the extra deck, which is only 2 more cards. We have 1 Gauntlet. One Gauntlet Shooter, or I guess it's Launcher in the TCG. I'm seeing the image up there saying a Shooter, and 1 Exabeetle. Now, I want to come back to this really quick because of the ruling. In the duel video that I put up yesterday, you saw him chain his Forbidden Lance, targeting my Chariot, and making it weaker, because it couldn't destroy, like, it didn't destroy both targets, so I'm assuming it's like one of those weird cards that has to destroy both targets in order to actually, you know, and I guess because the card, like, I don't know why, it might have been a fuck up on DevPro's part, but I'm assuming that there's a ruling that says that the card, like, if it responds, like if they activate their face down spell or trap card, because it's no longer face down, it may not work anymore, something like that, I don't know. But yeah, that might be a possible ruling. Since it's not in the TCG, you kind of can't really make an accurate ruling on it. So it's something I would recommend looking into, because it could be a problem on DevPro's part, and that would be kind of annoying, knowing that I probably would have won a turn or 2 earlier if you know, it didn't screw up like that. But if there is a specific ruling thing that needs to destroy both targets without, like, the set spell or trap card being like activated, or the monster leaving the field by other means or something, then I mean it's still a decent card either way. I mean, it's good for getting rid of 2 cards for, you know, the 2 materials that you use it for. It's pretty good in my opinion. But anyways, let's get into, like, the main deck. I do play 3 Lancelord and 3 Hippogriff. They're both 200 defense fire monsters, and on top of that, like, I can normal summon this off of the Hazy Pillar for free, and he has the ability to normal summon himself without tributing as well. Even though he does send himself to the graveyard, he still can be placed onto the field and is a 2100 beat stick. Dasher, you do a lot of milling with Hazy Flame Sphinx. If you mill the Dasher, you mill a Malicious or whatever, you can special summon a fire monster, and they both benefit being in the graveyard, so I mean, why not? And adding the 2 Destineers in here allows you to play the 3D draws, which allows you to have a bit of speed in your deck. I mean, I believe I did open it on my duel video that I uploaded. I can't really remember, at least not off the top of my head. And yeah, like it kind of helped, if I remember correctly. But you know, that's just my memory being stupid. Hazy Flame Cerberus. This is like easily one of the best cards in the whole Hazy Flame archetype because you can actually play it in Beast Stun, like Skill Drain and whatnot. Like, okay, it goes back up to 2,000, and if it's destroyed, I can search another one from my deck, which is really good in my opinion. And I think if it wasn't for that, I probably would have lost that match that I uploaded, because if this thing had survived, it would not have allowed me to get my pillar, which allowed me to do my additional summon, so on and so forth, and it just would have probably taken longer to win that game. And he might have actually drawn an out or two if I hadn't gotten my pillar, as soon as I possibly could. But yeah, Hazy Flame Cerberus is another 200 defense fire monster you can get back off of Rekindling. So there's at least 9 monsters right there that you can bring back off of Rekindling. Actually, I think all of them, like all 9 targets in this deck, I've already covered, so whatever. Hazy Flame Sphinx, you mill the top card of your deck, declare if it's a monster, spell, or trap, and if you guess right, then you get to summon a fire monster from your hand or graveyard. Like, this just promotes the easy rank 6 plays. You just summon, do whatever. And like I said, if you happen to mill Dasher or Malicious, it kind of benefits you either way. Hazy Flame Puritan. This card's amazing. It's basically Rescue Rabbit or Rescue Cat, or however you want to put it. You send a fire monster from your hand to the graveyard to tribute this card, and you special summon 2 Hazy Flame monsters from your deck. But it cannot be special summoned except by the effect of a Hazy Flame monster's effect. So, I mean, you can summon another one off of itself, but, whatever. It's still a good card, and on top of that, like, I think it was the main reason, like, that's how I got him out. And like I said, if his ruling wasn't fucked up and he actually would destroy whatever remained on the field, then it would have, like, changed things a little bit, and I probably would have won a turn earlier or whatever. Either way, I mean, it still allowed me to make that play. And it allows for instant rank 6s as well, just like Sphinx, but this is more consistent in doing so than this, because if you guess wrong and you hit a spell or whatever after you declare monster, then it's like, oh, well, okay. I kind of got the idea of doing this deck because of Malicious. I remembered Malicious going to 3. Everyone loves emergency teleports with Malicious and whatnot. And I'm like, well, Teledad's not really going to be a thing anymore because, I mean, come on, it's way past its prime. It's done. Teledad's no longer a thing. Anyone that thinks it is, no, it's not. Sorry to say it. But Malicious at 3 promotes a lot of things in the current format, the current era of Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you want to call it that. It allows you to make rank 6 plays. It allows you for easy level 7, level 8, whatever synchro plays. It's just really all around good to have. And with like D-Draw at 3 still and stuff like that, the D-Engine's basically back in a new form, which is so diverse that you can play it with either a synchro-based build or Exceed. You can even do it with both, depending on the deck. I mean, look at this one. This one, you can do both. But yeah. I really don't think I have to explain this all that much more, though. I mean, it's Malicious, whatever. Rise Bell, this is a card that I've been trying to find a way of playing, and it plays rather well. I don't really like drawing into it. That's part of the reason why I have it at 2 in this deck and not 3. But if I happen to like special summon it off of Emergency Teleport, I can make it a level 6 and overlay for a rank 6. I can make it a 6 and tune it with Krevons. Weird and crazy shit like that. That's the only reason why I really play it. It's basically like I summon Diva, get this thing, but I don't get to keep the second Diva. That kind of deal. I don't think I really have to explain anything else. The last thing I think I'm going to explain is the Rekindlings. I tried 3. It was kind of a dead card for me. I didn't exactly like it. I would usually only have like 1 or 2 fires in the grave, and that would only just get me 1 rank 6, and I mean, that doesn't seem like much of a payout for me, really. But like, I guess it's good for certain situations, but at the same time, you really don't want to push it. I mean, that's just my opinion. Whatever. Like, if you feel like 3 rekindlings is better, then go for it, I suppose. But I felt room was tight, and having more monsters makes Sphinx a little more consistent. And I mean, you know. So yeah, I don't really know if there's anything else that I need to explain. So if you really don't know about something or whatever, feel free to leave a comment down below asking me about a certain card, like why I did whatever I did, so on and so forth, like whatever. Like if you have a question, just feel free to ask. Don't forget to give the video a like, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Until next time, this is Team Deception 09 signing out.